Hello, welcome to my channel. I look kind of crazy, but I wanted to make a video about kind of what's going on in my life and do a bit of an update. And I thought the best way to start that off was by making a video about where I am right now when it comes to school, career, college. Okay, so where to start? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Morgan. I am 22 years old. I graduated college in December 2023. Yeah, I graduated college December 2023. I got my degree in marketing. I got a bachelor's in marketing. And I remember being in school and first arriving and being so excited because, I was taking my first step into adulthood, and I was gonna be, learning new things, and it wasn't gonna be like high school, where everybody was forced to learn the same thing. It was gonna be college where you pick a major, and whatever major you pick is the career field that you're going to go into. So, now all of a sudden these classes really matter, and you really have to pay attention, and hopefully you're going to be excited about the classes and actually enjoy yourself, because at the end of the day, these are kind of the blueprint set up for your actual career, right? So I can remember after the first semester of college, that was when ChatGPT first became a thing. I think that was when it was first formed, released, and my roommate was using it, and she was telling me about it, and I had no idea what that was or what she was talking about. And I think, fast forward a couple months, I downloaded it, and I started using it for bless me. I started using it to I would put in my chapter notes and be like, please summarize this for me. So that was what I used chat for when it came to school. I would literally just hey, I don't want to read this, can you just make it make sense to me in half the time? That's what I utilized chat for in school. Or I would even use it instead of Grammarly. I would put in my whole essay, or I would put in, a fucking discussion board, and I'd be like, can you fix the grammar on this? So that's kind of what I used chat for when it came to college. And I thought it was cool or whatever, right? And so graduate college 2023, and I am so excited to get a job and do my thing, right? Guys, I graduated college December 2023. I spent the first month still applying. I was applying to jobs, yes, but that first month of being out of school, maybe the first 2 weeks, it's so chill. You're just happy, you're proud of yourself, you accomplished so much. In my case, I was moving back home to my childhood home, so those first week or two, I was primarily getting all of my shit from what used to be my college dorm, and somehow trying to figure out how to fit it back into my room or what to throw away. So for me, it was just more about organization and where am I going to put these things, right? But fast forward 2-3 weeks, now it's a month, and I'm applying to, I had a whole system, y'all. Back then, the system was serious, okay? I would be applying to jobs. I would do, how many would I do? I would do 5 jobs a day, every day. So times that by 7, what is that, 35? I hope that's right. So I would apply to 35 jobs every single week, every week. And when I tell you, a month went by, and then 2 months went by, and I would get one interview, and then it wouldn't go anywhere. And then another month would go by, and I would get an interview, but I would look into the company, and so obviously tell that the company was fake, or so obviously tell that it was like a weird pyramid scheme, kind of creepy ass. Y'all ever, like, if you guys are into marketing and you have been looking for a job, you will know what I'm talking about. But like, there's something about getting like applying for some random marketing job on Indeed and getting a response like, oh, let's set up an interview, right? And then that's when I like check, like, okay, what is this company? So then I would like go on their website and be like, who are you? What do you guys actually do? Where y'all, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's when I would do all that information. And then it would be like, I would look at it and I would see so clearly that the company was like run by a bunch of children. Like, it was so weird to me. It was like, oh yeah, you could grow in the company so fast in a year and you can be a director. Like, what are you even talking about right now? Like, it was such a red flag. Or like the entire website was like, oh yeah, we go on trips every month and we make so much money. And it was just like so red flaggy and so fake, and I didn't even give it a time of day. I didn't even like go to those interviews because I was like, bro, no way this shit's real. You're gonna waste my time. You're gonna make me look stupid. So no, thank you. So most of the marketing jobs for entry level, when you have literally zero experience, are a bunch of like pyramid scheme, MLM, whatever you want to call them. But I swear it's all just a joke. And it's like sad because, you know, here I am trying to find a job, and at this point I don't even know who to trust. I don't even know how to find a job to apply to, you know what I mean? And then you hop on LinkedIn and every job is easy apply, and I feel so stupid because it's like, who is actually looking at my application? Literally nobody. And I'm just thinking, if you can do easy apply, then everyone is clicking this. And like at this point there's like way too many like applicants, like, and not even to have like bad, and this is like not even to say I didn't believe in myself, but like the odds of them picking my application to look at, what are the odds? Like, if I'm being so realistic with myself, what are the odds? And yes, I did have previous internships. I let's see, God, life's been lifing, bro. When did I have those internships? Yeah, so when I graduated I had 2 internships, or was it 3? Whoa, I'm sorry guys, I tried my best to literally wipe that shit from my memory because those times and those years weren't good years. But I did have internships, right? And that literally didn't help me at all. Like, that's just the truth. It didn't help me. I was still not getting looked at when it came to like my application. Maybe I should do the should I do my underbrow? I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me look at them. Yeah, I will. Okay, but yeah, they weren't getting looked at. It was like a joke. It got to a point where I would wake up and my whole daily routine would be wake up, eat breakfast, my parents would go to work, and I would just sit at the kitchen table with my computer and apply to jobs for hours on end. And then I would like make a YouTube video and I'd post it, and then I'd be depressed for the rest of the day. And that was like every single day. And it literally just got to a point where just in general, like mentally I was not happy. It got to a point where, because I didn't have a job, I literally never left my house, like ever. Like, I never left my house. I felt just like so like stupid, and I like felt inadequate, and like something was wrong with me, and like I just felt dumb, right? Or like there were times where I got deep into interview applications, you know, 3-4 rounds of interviews. And I won't go too crazy into those stories, but just like, you know, 3-4 rounds of interviews for an entry-level position. For what reason? And why? How come, like, yes, it's 3 to 4 rounds of interviews, but like, why the heck is every time I have a different interview with like a different person in the company, they're asking the same exact questions. Like the interview isn't even like personalized, or like it's almost like, why are you talking to me when, you know, your old co-worker literally just spoke to me last week and asked me the same damn questions. Like, maybe y'all should just confer. Maybe you should freaking like literally just record the damn interview so you can send it to your buddies, so I don't have to waste my time and you don't have to waste your time doing 3 rounds of interviews. Genuinely, that was so dumb. So fast forward, long story short, it became a year of me having literally no job. Like I didn't even go and get like a fucking fast food job. I was literally at my house like a little depressed bitch and did nothing for a year. And it got to a point where I had to go see a therapist because I was losing my mind. I was like really sad. I was low-key like just not being nice to myself mentally, just like literally calling myself stupid and like saying all these crazy ass shit about myself in my own head. Just like absolutely insane behavior. And it got to a point where it was just like scary. And not only that, but it was just like hard to truly open up with people, you know. And I thought to myself, bro, I need to like not feel this way. And so, you know, the best way and avenue for me to go would be for me to go speak to someone who doesn't know me so that I can feel a lot more comfortable like actually telling them everything that's going on with me. I just put on this Venus soothing serum on my eyebrows after I shaved them. But I'm literally just doing a skincare routine. So next I'm doing my Cherry Blossom toner I got from TJ Maxx. I'm broke, so everything I got is like cheap as fuck. But yeah, so I had to go see a therapist because I was like, you know, not being nice to myself, and she really helped, and I'm really like grateful and thankful for her and everything. And it was like, I remember that first meeting, she was like, oh, you know, what are you looking into? What kind of job do you want? And, you know, when I first started going to see her, my brain was still on like, oh my gosh, I need to find a marketing job, but no one's getting back to me and I don't know what to do. And so she was doing her best to like give me tips and stuff. And so fast forward even more time, and it's, like I said, officially been a year of me being unemployed. And it was like around Christmas time. So literally everybody in my family was off of work and they weren't at home. So I had my parents and my brother came over a couple times, and I think it was something so pivotal about those couple of weeks of having everyone at home and not being alone at home all day, and kind of just being around them and being able to talk to them like very, very frequently as like a group setting. And so I got this serum. This was actually expensive. These two were actually expensive. I can't even pronounce his, Ole Hendrickson. My mom bought this for me. But yeah, so, you know, it was like December time, and all my family was at home, and it was like really good for me mentally. Like it was really good for me. And I think it was what really happened was, as soon as they all went back to work, which was like that first week of January when everyone went back to work and I was at home alone for the first time again in a couple of weeks, I crashed the fuck out. I literally can remember the first day they went back to work and I was at home alone for the first time in like a couple weeks, and they all left and I sat down and I thought to myself, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like literally internally, I was like, it's been a year. Like it was January 2025. And like I said, I graduated December 2023. So it had like officially been a year. And I was just sitting there like, oh my gosh, it's been a fucking year. And I'm literally no closer to finding a job. like networking, applying to jobs, cold emailing random small businesses around my area. You know, when it came to like marketing jobs, it was so sad to think back on that. Like, genuinely putting this in my face, but it was just like so sad, because like I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And I crashed out, so I had my little moment. I had a cry, and I thought, I can't do this anymore. And you know, this career, whatever's going on, it's not working, and I can't continue to sit here and apply for jobs and wait for nothing like I have been for the last year, because it hasn't panned out and nothing has come from it. And not only that, but the reason why I even brought up Chat GPT in the beginning was because this was also, which is currently getting worse now, but this is like during that time where AI was really taking off. And I kept, you know, watching these YouTube videos and hearing on the internet and in articles that, you know, AI is getting so smart that it can do the job of a lot of entry-level roles. And it was so apparent how obvious that was when I would go into interviews and they would like ask me like, oh, what do you do with AI, or how do you use AI in your job? And I'm just like, holy shit. Or, you know, whenever that came up, like AI can do your job, I remember going on ChatGPT and literally asking it, because mind you, I'm in marketing. My concentration was social media marketing, so that was jobs that I was primarily looking for. And I remember just like going on chat and like asking it, write me like a social media marketing plan for a month based on this company. I want these metrics. I want this. I want this. I want this. I hit enter, and I swear to God, in less than 30 seconds, it gave me back a whole ass plan, like dates, tips, materials. It was like scary. Like it got to the, it was scary, girl. It was like eye-opening to where I was like, oh, so y'all don't need me at all. Y'all don't really need me at all. And not only that, but I did get an internship, like, I don't know, 7 months of being unemployed. I got an internship that was like for social media marketing. And I remember working in that job for like 3 months, and literally I would go into work and I would work maybe 2 or 3 hours of actual work, but my shift was 6 hours, and the rest of the time there was like no real work to be done. It was kind of weird. It was just like, it was kind of eye-opening because I did it for 3 months, and I was just like, I'm sitting at a desk, and then I would get up and record videos, and then I would edit them, and then I would do I would go on TikTok and Instagram, and I would look on other people's profiles that were like similar to our companies to see what they were doing and to see how we could implement those ideas into our company. That shit got so redundant and so boring. And not only that, but I felt so, I guess I was making money, woohoo, but it genuinely felt so soul-sucking, because I was like, why am I doing this? You know? Like I didn't feel like I was helping anyone. I didn't feel like I was changing someone's life. I didn't feel like I was changing my life. I didn't feel like I was giving back. And that's, you know, I mean, that's something that when you can feel like you are helping someone or giving back, or, you know, impacting someone's day, just their day, it can really make you feel better as a person and give you purpose. And I genuinely did not feel that at all during any day of that job, you know. And like I said in the beginning, I enjoyed it because it was money and it was a job and it was fun for a bit. But like a month into it, I was just like imagining if this wasn't an internship and this was like an actual job and an actual career. And I was just like, holy shit, I don't think I would enjoy doing this long term. Like it just felt so boring and so flat, which, you know, being in school for marketing, it felt so big and so creative. But like when you get there, obviously it depends on what job. When I got there, I was just like sitting there like, what the fuck am I doing? And mind you, it's obviously gonna depend on the company because that depends on what you're making and who you're making it for. Let's just say the company that I was interning at, it was like not saving the world. Do you know what I mean? Like we were selling a product and the product was nothing, you know, tremendous or like spectacular. It was just a product. And that was kind of that, you know? And I think after everybody went back to work, I thought about all those things. And I thought about the fact that it's been a year, I haven't found a job. None of my tactics are working. You know, I tried to imagine myself at that internship as if it was a real full-time job. And that didn't like make me happy or like make me feel like I was doing anything with my life. And I thought to myself, maybe I should get out of marketing before it's too late. Because I was also watching videos of people who have been in the marketing field for 10 plus years, getting laid off at their job, and then let them literally spending 6 months trying to find a new one. And they have 10 plus years of experience, and I'm trying to get my foot in the door with 0 years of experience. That doesn't even make any sense. And AI is only gonna get smarter, and they've already started to chip away at these entry-level roles, whether it's, you know, really any kind of business entry-level roles, including marketing, whether it's like the very entry-level like coding, computer science jobs, the entry-level finance, like data analytics kind of jobs. Like you can just tell that the entry-level positions are kind of disappearing. And not only that, but because they're disappearing, when you go on LinkedIn and you apply, you know, the free version, it'll just tell you 100 plus applicants, but you know deep down that if you had the pro version, it would have been like 2,000. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I guess I'm titling this video "College Was a Scam," not really specifically talking about college as a whole, but talking about my personal experience and the major that I picked. It was the wrong major. And I genuinely don't believe anyone should ever major in marketing, because at the end of the day, if you want to work in a marketing career, you could definitely do some kind of online certification or, no, literally just online certifications. Like you do not need to go to a university, like a 4-year university. You do not need to do that for marketing. I would say 80% of all majors at colleges are not necessary. They're not necessary. They're not necessary. I would say 80% of all majors at colleges are not necessary to get that job in that field. I'm sure if you looked up any like 4-year university and you genuinely looked at every single major they offered, you would agree with me. Like 80% of those majors are literally a waste of your time, and you're probably not gonna find the job in that career field when you graduate. Yeah, so I am making this video almost like an opener and like a buffer for my future content, because my future content is going to be about school, college, work, lifestyle, and a little bit of books. If you guys look at my page, literally 90% of my content is book related, but we're switching it up because that's what my life is doing right now. It's switching up. And I'd love for you to continue on this journey with me, or to start this journey with me. Long story short, I am going back to school. I am currently in community college, and I am taking prereqs right now to later on apply to their radiography program. Radiography is pretty much I would be becoming like an x-ray technician after, you know, the program, if I get in. So that's kind of the journey that I'm on right now, and I can make another video about that, but it kind of came down to I need to get out of the mindset of marketing. I need to find a job that's going to be stable. I need to find a job where I can move to any state and any city and know that there's going to be a hospital or an urgent care or a clinic where I would be able to work there. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like with some careers, you almost have to be in a certain state or a certain city of a state to like really find a job. And I wanted to pick a career where that wasn't the case. And so that kind of landed me into healthcare. And I always thought about healthcare growing up. Like I genuinely thought I wanted to be a doctor. Like I said, this is a longer story, but that's kind of the vibes right now. But I would love to hear your thoughts down below. If you guys have any similar experiences with your time in college, or maybe what you guys majored in and how that actually panned out for you. Honestly, my one saving grace is that I don't have any debt from college. My mother paid for my college, so I'm very grateful for that and for her. So genuinely, that is my saving grace with all of this, is that I don't owe anyone any money. And so, you know, with this community college and everything I do, well, the job thing is it's another topic, it's another discussion, but I do, you know, plan on paying for college in cash completely. I don't ever plan on taking out a student loan, any kind of thing I gotta pay back. I'm not doing that. I would never do that because I genuinely don't trust myself to pay it back, which is crazy to say out loud, but it's true. And because I said that out loud, I know that it would be insane of me to even think about taking one out. So I'm never doing that, ever. I'm gonna pay for it in cash so I don't ever have to think about it. So that's the vibes. But thank you guys for watching, and let me know your thoughts down below. And I finished my skincare, so now my skin is like nice and shiny, and I tried my best to like just shape my eyebrows like very naturally. But yeah, bye.